may know, Halo. Alright, that should do it. Alright, so we're not going to resume the campaign. So, some of these maps, many of you may already know. And unfortunately, due to the fact that I don't seem to have batteries for my extra Halo 4 controller, we're going to have to check these out in the Forge. Ah, good, we got this one set up. Now, this one here, I don't know if I'll even be able to make this one, but this was my own creation. I never really got any chance to try it, but me and some friends who have checked it out feel it came out very well. As you may have seen, I call it Inner Island because it is basically that. I used, not even really a glitch, honestly. I mean, I guess you could call it that, but it's essentially I managed to build this map inside of one of the islands. So, it is meant to be a flood type map. This is where the flood would spawn up here. Obviously, I'm not a flood right now because we're in Forge. And before they can even get down, they would, under normal circumstances, the point is for them to jump down here. And they can either jump off the side, or they can try and force their way through this. Which takes a minute. There we go. And they can fall.
Suicide.
So, yeah, that happens too. Not being a flood, I'm not invincible right now. Now, down here is the actual map itself. I do not remember how to speed up. Give me a moment here. Oh, there we go. They're speeding up. Alright. So, we're going to take a quick look at this map before moving on to the next one. So, I got another base down here. So, we've got some weapons on the walls. We got our weapon spawns. I feel like my character is much smaller than normal. I don't know why. I've got a lot of scenery around the map. Good spots for hiding. There's the human spawn over there. Again, with another one of those shields above it, so the zombies can't just straight up drop down onto them. But at the same time, if they wait here too long, they have nowhere to go. I do not remember what this... Oh, right. Okay, so this is not the easiest thing to try and cross. This is the word freedom that you may have seen before. And the point is that I believe I put an incineration cannon that spawns here after a certain amount of time. Now, as some may be wondering, that is... I said freedom there, but it really isn't freedom whatsoever, as you can probably guess. Because while it looks like there's an opening there, there is not. I did put some stuff here. I believe these were all armor upgrades. But it's actually invisible on the wall. You can't actually go any further than this. So, I also put a couple other buildings. I hate that I can't just sprint indefinitely. But, yeah. So we've got, made it look like there's a bunch of rubble that's just fallen inside, Just little ideas here. I don't remember putting those on the ceiling. There was one down there too. But, you run through here. There'll be weapons and stuff throughout. And when we get up here, got more stuff. Got a sniper rifle, 2 sniper rifles, and some weapon spawns there. And the last thing I'm going to show off is this tower I decide to make, which can be an absolute nightmare to try and get up if you do not have a jetpack. It does stuff like this. If you don't jump at it right, you'll basically bounce off the rock and fall all the way down. Now, if you know how to properly go up, it's not a problem. But if you also take too long to get up, you will be caught by the flood and killed. I think that's the most annoying one right here. But, so you get all the way up to the top, and there is a teleporter here. You will have to crouch to get underneath it. There we go. And then I have it set up here, underneath these, that the flood can try and get through. And each of these is a different sniper rifle that will respawn. And then you've got the 3 that will spawn right here as well. I feel like they're not separated as much as they should be, but whatever. So that is essentially the map that I call Inner Island. So like any flood map, goal is pretty much to survive till time runs out, and that's about it. So, there's one other thing I want to show off. This one I'm pretty proud of, but can also be an absolute nightmare for just about anybody. It's pretty good for surviving if you can get in here, but getting in without a jetpack, like I just did, can be very difficult. And getting out is even harder. So, first of all, without the jetpack, is considerably higher. It is possible to get in without it, but very difficult even for me. Then again, I haven't done it in a while. So, I believe you kind of have to do it from this side, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there we go. There you go. So, then you got your Promethean vision, so you can see through and, check stuff out. If things would be highlighted if there were players out there, but you will be heard if you're nearby and you have that active. Then you got your shotgun. So now this side, you can't get through that. Doesn't matter what you do, you can't get through there. But you can still use shotgun to try and kill the flood as they try to get in. But the goal is kind of more along the lines to kill them from that side, because that's the side they can actually get in on. And that does it. So. And, alright, I don't have the thruster record. Alright. So, anyway, that's it for that map. That is not the button. Alright.
Game over. Victory.
Now we're going to check out a different one. For the next one, we're going to go with a pretty basic one. Many of you may know this map, you may not, but if you've ever been big on playing these maps, this will actually take a minute because the map loading has been very slow for quite some time. Oh, right. Okay, I have to wait for it to fully load before I even click it, or it unloads everything. Or it just unloads everything anyway. Let me give it a minute. There we go. Alright, so we're going with 8. 8 is a very, very basic map. It is essentially bumper cars, and your goal is to push off everybody and kill them. You can't... gravity is maxed out. Your jumping ability is at the bottom. So essentially, you can't jump if you're playing this game. Obviously, in Forge, is going to be different because I'm not set up with the actual game type. But the point is to essentially get in a vehicle, drive around the 8. Oh, and I did. You can tell I haven't driven in a while. So yeah, you're gonna get into a vehicle. You're gonna and just try and push everybody else off. And I I failed that one too. Alright, so that's a quick map. It's not hard to tell. Now also, you're not getting over there. The whole area surrounding this is essentially a dead zone. So if you were to try and drive off something, let's see, let's find a good example. Over here looks like it might be in range. Get a good running start. I kind of missed it anyway, but... Oh, right. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Forgot kill zones that you put on the map don't actually take place in Forge. Either way, the point is, I probably would have died long before I even touched that wall. So, yeah, you can see right there. Here's the kill zone. Anything in the red area, anything in this space, you will die if you touch any of that area. So, I mean, I guess if you could somehow manage to get all the way over there, but that would require some major glitch, because these vehicles can't go that fast. Anyway, next map.
Game over. Victory.
Next one, I think I'm gonna show off one of my personal favorites. Again, not the only one that I plan to show off today that is mine was the Inner Island, also because I can't even remember what maps I've made, aside from my 2 floor date map, which there's no sense showing off essentially the same damn thing. So, give this a minute to load up. But we're gonna show off, I forget what it's actually called for the map, but I'm thinking, nope, not Boogeyman. Okay. Let's see. Keep going. Should be on here. Yeah, these were free falling. These were ones I attempted to make, and I failed miserably. That was a failed attempt. So let's see. We can definitely do Joyriders next. Oh, here was Invisible 8. I tried to make an Invisible 8 map. Didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it didn't work. Let's see. Where are you? Yeah, you can tell I've got a lot of maps here. Oh, Sword Tournament was pretty good. Yep, let's go ahead. What is this? No, okay. We'll show off, where is it? Sword Tournament. Now, unfortunately, this one it's not going to show up properly in Forge, because there's supposed to be delayed spawns, but the delayed spawns will not show up. Like, everything will be spawned already in Forge. Basically, everybody will be spawned. You can see that on the bottom there, all those separate platforms. Those are basically, if I remember correctly, where everybody would spawn. Separated, and your goal would essentially... Oh, maybe it is gonna... There you go. Okay, so everybody spawns on a different one. Everyone has a sword. Your goal is to kill the other person, and then wait for more paths to spawn to connect. And as things spawn, you move up, you keep going, and eventually you got 2 final people. That one didn't spawn for some reason, but you can see all the other ones did. There will eventually be, more that will appear, and eventually you'll have 2 people fighting it out, and the winner wins the round. I thought it was a very interesting idea that somebody had, and it was a whole lot of fun, especially since it comes down to who's the best with timing the sword. If you don't time the sword properly, then if you both attack at approximately the exact same time, the swords just deflect each other and nothing happens. So you have to try and hit the opponent before they attack. Alright, next map. Let's see if we can find Boogeyman this time. It might be called Slender Man. I could be wrong. I feel like it... But, Boogeyman may have just been the game type. Alright, I'm certain I've pulled apart the Boogeyman one before, and it was, I'm certain I pulled it apart before, and it was on Impact. Because I remember it being in space. Or, looking like it was in space. Let's try checking for Slender. I'm not seeing Slender. Nope. Okay, let's try different... maybe Erosion? No Boogeyman. What about Slender? Slender. Oh, Rochambeau was hilarious. I loved that map. The box. I don't remember that one. Oh, here we go. We're going with this one. Toilet. Going in for toilet. I hope it spawns me. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Maybe it'll get down there regardless. So, this one would be another flood map, where, you spawn, the humans spawn essentially in a giant toilet bowl, and the floods spawn down the drain. Here would be the drain. And the goal would be for the flood to just go up here and kill everyone in the frickin' toilet bowl. It's very close quarters. You got the humans with shotguns and the flood with snipers. It is a lot of fun. It gets very crazy, but it kind of ruins it when the humans stand up here and just fire the shotgun down endlessly. So, if you play it, please don't do that. And again, not much else to see, so we're moving on.
Game over. Victory.
Now, when I do start remaking these maps, I'll have to figure out exactly how to do it, but I plan to set things up so people can actually download the maps themselves later on. You may just have to do it on the, we're gonna show up. This is not necessarily one I plan to remake, but this was something somebody else made that I thought was just very well done. It's supposed to be a Jurassic Park map that, just has a bunch, like, they remade some of the scenes from the original Jurassic Park movie. And I thought it was very well done. It's not necessarily even a map. This was more just the guy being artistic rather than, yeah. So, around here, where is it? Okay, Okay, I feel like this is not the map. This is not the one I was thinking it was. When did I get 2 Jurassic Park maps? Okay, that one yeah, sorry about this. I really don't remember there being 2. Yeah, this is... Okay, yeah, this is definitely not the one. Never mind.
Game over. Victory.
either way, let's go back to trying to find Boogeyman, because that was, again, that was a really good one that I feel needs to be shown. Ooh, Shotgun Alley's a good one. Sword Tournament Super Bowl. Temple Run 2, that is an amazing one. Let's see. Oh, that might be the one. No, maybe not. I feel like I really couldn't tell you. But we're getting off topic too much. No, we already. I know I checked everything there. There's no Boogeyman. Look for Slender. Rising of Slender Man. This might be it. Let's check it out. I feel like this is not the map, but there was a second Slender one, and it was also pretty good, but I didn't enjoy it as much. There it goes. I feel like that one took a little longer than it should have. Yeah, this is the wrong one, but it's still pretty amazing how it was done. I want to say that the person actually glitched the game. I don't know how they did this one, but they glitched it so that they were able to make the map underwater, which I believe is how they created, how basically the whole fog effect is. So it is very difficult to see and find your way through all this. And that's a bad thing when you got, it's, the way the map works, you will have one very slow flood who cannot be killed coming after you. And I believe that just like the map I'm looking for, he'd be glowing red, so you kind of know when he was coming, but you can get lost very easily, end up getting, caught in a dead end or something, and get yourself killed. So, again, very interesting map, the way it's, can't see a dang thing. But I want to say that the description said to use it with the Urban Myth game type. Pretty sure Urban Myth, if the map's not, if the game type is not Boogeyman, then it would still be the Urban Myth, but I'm not sure. Again, back to looking. Not there. I don't even remember friending that person. I don't know who they are. Must change their game type, their name from something else. Oh, here's one we gotta show off. Fun. Okay. Description of this map variant cannot be displayed online. It will be replaced with Blam when playing on Xbox Live. That's fine. I don't care. I don't even remember what the description was. But this is one of the more crazy ones. And this one, I can actually pretty much play it out. This could be another one that some of you may have heard of. Fun Slide. Like many of these maps, Why am I spawned down? That shouldn't even be Huh. Okay. Well, give me a minute. Gotta fly up here. I'll get there eventually. Last I checked, there wasn't even any spawns left down there. I don't even know how that one happened. But whatever. So, slight delay on showing this one off. But when I remake this one, I will make sure that is not an issue. Alright, there we go. So, this one is one of the funner maps. So we have humans spawning up here. You take a vehicle, and you drive down the slide, and try not to get killed by the flood that spawned at the bottom and try and work their way up. And this is basically Fun Slide. Now it gets so much worse if you get hit by the flood. If they hit you with the sword but don't kill you, you're going to pick up speed as you get sent spiraling out of control. And since the teleporter seems to just position you completely randomly, stuff like that happens, and you can easily lose control and become vulnerable. And with multiple vehicles going through, the vehicles will smack into each other. And then we got stuff like this, where I went the whole way down with no control. So, again, that's pretty much Fun Slide. A game of complete chaos, and just at the same time trying to survive. So the flood's goal is essentially trying to get up here, so they're not constantly getting splattered. It's also very difficult to drive up this hill, the slide, wherever. It's like a little kid trying to climb up the slide at the park. Don't work too well. Oh, right, and yeah, there's that. I believe, I want to say Killzone does spawn here after a little while, so it kind of forces people to go down. But, yep, again, Fun Slide.
Game over. Victory.
I'm still friends with a lot of people I used to play these maps with, so I could probably get a bunch of them to either help me make the maps, or at the very least, play them later on. And then I could really show off these maps to the full extent. But I really, really want to find the other map, that one map I was looking for before. That is my goal for this. Joyriders, I will definitely show that one off at the end. After I've found this map, I will show off that. Ball poppers. I do not remember that one. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of these anyway to try and to find out which ones are actually worth remaking. Freckles and Caboose. Okay. Ghostbusters is pretty good too. It's I believe that one's where you have the flood, but they're invisible and they can jump really high. But the human has a shotgun and it does not take much to kill the flood for humans. Jump rope's pretty good. Just trying to think here. What else could it have been called? Probably should have checked this before starting the stream. There we go. I think that's the one. Nether Den. I just had to read the names off. Figured I'd find it eventually. Alright, here we go. 1, 0. Oh, yeah, this is it. This is the one. Alright, so this is, yeah, this is Boogeyman. Similar idea to the one with the fog. It is pitch black. You will not see these when the game's actually being played. And all you know is that it's a very dark cavern. Let me see if I can... Maybe if I adjust my brightness or something, I can make it a little more visible. Yeah, I don't even know if I can actually do that in here. Audio and video. Screen brightness. No, that really didn't help much. You can't tell which ways you can actually go. There we go. There's at least a potential spawn point for the flood. So, yeah, your goal is just try and find your way through here. Now, as one of the humans, you would be spawning with just a plasma pistol, which you can... If you hold the plasma pistol to charge it, it lights up, kind of letting you find your way around. But, it still has limited ammunition. So if you use too much of it, then you're without light entirely. Now, the flood will be slow, and he will glow red. But he has Promethean vision, which can also let you know when he's nearby. But, you know, again, you can't kill him. There's nothing you can do but try and survive for 4 minutes. So, there you go. That's the one I was really looking for. Because I love that map.
Victory.
No one could ever beat me on that. Even whether I was human or flood, I always managed to survive. Or win. Almost always. I think there were a few times where I lost in both circumstances, but there we go. Now we can move on to Joyriders. This is one of my group's big favorites. I don't remember which one it was. Oh, there we go. This is what we're looking for. H83 Joyriders. I believe this is the one. Yep, looks like this is it. Alright, so again, flood map. So the flood would all spawn up here. They would have to wait a little while before these, well, spawn a little faster than they're supposed to in this. I guess because it's forged or whatever. But these teleporters will spawn the flood out onto the track. And as for the humans, they would spawn in here, grab a vehicle, and now the humans will have sniper rifles and shotguns. And their goal is, again, drive around the map, try not to get killed. Now, the flood will have no shields, which means that that one shot anywhere on the body with a sniper rifle will kill them. Which is a good thing for the humans, because when you're in the passenger seat, you can't zoom in with a sniper rifle. So you're essentially just no-scoping all the time. And with how big this map is, it's going to be very difficult, especially in a moving vehicle, to try and get headshots with a sniper. Now, if you can get headshots with a sniper frequently, props to you. But you're probably not. So, again, this is Joyriders. Okay. So, I also, when I remake this map, I plan to fix this. But there is somewhere here, I don't remember anymore, it's been too long, but there is a spot where the Flood can actually jump and get over the walls around here before the teleporters spawn. If done right and done quick enough, they can get out and they can get onto the track early. Also, later on, this one will spawn, which lets them teleport right into here. So if anybody decides to sit in here and camp, they're pretty much dead at that point. So, and there we go. So,
Victory.
now, I think I'm gonna show off a couple more. Not too many more. I can't give away everything because I do have a lot of really good maps that I want to make, and if I showed everything now, there'd be no more surprises. But I'm going to show... now, I'm going to show off a couple more of my personal ones at this point. I think I did a very good job on them. But I didn't play them too frequently with a lot of people. So, but this one here is my own... Me and my friends created this modification of 8. We had so many different 8 modifications made by different people in our group. I had the idea of a 2-floored 8 map. It's the only one like it. Rather than just adding a bunch of extra stuff, we tried to add in 2 floors, which worked out very well. Yeah. So my friend ended up helping me with it, and we found some interesting tricks that go along with it. So first of all, anytime we've used something like that quite a few times on our maps, but this is the first time we've ever had it go from, like, under the map. It would usually just be a straight shot. We like to call it the bacon strip. So essentially this is how you go up. Right, like that. And then you got your whole second floor. Now, so then you got your bacon strip here. Not easy to turn around on once you've gotten onto it. And it's very easy to die. So, there's bacon strip. And the last part I want to show off is a little trick my friend and I found that we can use on this map. Which is, if you try and do it when you're, like, just out of nowhere, you could easily get yourself killed and lose the round. But, let's see if I can even do it myself right now. And not a perfect landing, but yeah, I thought that was just me, but it's a good way to try and escape when somebody comes after you. Hopefully get them to kill themselves, as long as you don't kill yourself. And then lastly, the usual way to get down. This one. And I missed it. That tends to happen. But yeah, that's supposed to shoot you back onto the bottom floor. You can tell I was having a little trouble lining it up, so it's not the type of thing you want to try and use when you're running from somebody. And again, I have not played Halo in quite a while, so little out of practice with the driving. Alright, the next one is, I believe it was my drag race map. We had a few of these where we tried doing all these different races to get to the end. Let's see. Okay, I think this one, the fact that it's called Rocket Drag Race, I believe that means it's, everyone had, like, rocket launches or something. Whereas this one is, not rocket launchers. We'll see. Actually, I feel like I might have had two different ones. It might have been two different maps altogether, but we'll see in a minute. Alright, so this would be, you got different I believe I have it set up so you got everybody spawns into a different area. Yeah, there's two spawns in each, so you can essentially have a teammate. You get into a vehicle, and I have it set up with 3 separate paths. One going up, one going, well, that one still kind of goes down, and that one going down. And you choose a route, and you try and get through. Each route is a bit different, and obviously, pretty much once you start, there is no going back. And that happens. So, you're gonna want to go through these. You go all the way through, and then you I'm pretty sure this will not work well on foot. But let's see. Oh yeah. Nope, missed it. Yeah, I need a vehicle for that one. But you get launched through a bunch of them, and you get sent in here. The first one to reach this location wins. And that's it. So, it took me a considerable amount of time to create this, but I think it came out very well. It can be very challenging. Again, each route is different, so I'll try and show off the other 2 routes and see if I can not die. And, you know, you're gonna have weapons, so you can try... yeah, I feel like that one... I have to try that again. Because I am certain that that one is doable. I've done it plenty of times, but we're gonna try again anyway. Clearly that didn't work right. Oh, that could be it. Maybe I didn't have the momentum. There we go. But what tends to happen is that if you don't keep up the momentum, if you have to stop like that too frequently, you will not be the one to make it to the end. And in we go. So there you go. Huh. I wonder if I could actually make it back in there if I tried. Anyway, now we'll try to take the middle path. See how that one goes. Yeah, it's meant to be a little challenging. I don't care how good you get. You're probably not going to always make it through. Ah. Yeah, so. So I failed 2 out of 3. Or technically I failed every single one of them once. But, alright.
Game over. Victory.
I think we'll check out one more map, and we'll call it. We'll call it on this. And not gonna just choose another one of my own maps this time. Let's see, what do we got? Where we go? Where we going? You know what? I haven't even checked this one out in quite some time, so we're gonna go for it. Yeah, that one had a bad name. Now it's called Blam. I think this is the map that I'm thinking of. Huh. Okay, I am. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I think I get why it was called that now. I think it was a completely different one. Okay. So, this is not what I was planning to show, but essentially, I think you'll have the Flood or one team, whatever, up here with the sniper rifle, and their goal is to try and shoot into the little opening down there to kill the players. Meanwhile, the players are going to be trying to jump and dodge any shots. So, but they, as you saw, they will not be able to move off of these areas. The best that all they'll really be able to do is duck and jump. And I'm pretty sure ducking would just make everything headshots. Yeah, there it is. So that explains why it is called that. Well, either way,
Game over.
that's
Victory.
pretty much my plan for Halo Infinite. I'm going to be streaming the creation of these maps. I don't know what I'm going to start with, but I plan on remaking a lot of them. I haven't even looked into Halo Infinite. I don't know how its Forge is going to be, or for all honestly, I'm not even 100% sure on it having Forge, but I feel like if they got rid of Forge, they'd be asking for trouble. So, I mean, who would, supposedly it's going to have really amazing graphics, and if they took Forge away, after adding graphics like that, they would have a riot on their hands in no time. So, I am certain they're going to have Forge. It's just a matter of how it's going to be. And, I mean, some of these maps kind of require some of the scenery. Like my Inner Island map, if I can't, if I don't have an island to go inside of it, kind of, at the very least the name's thrown off. And I'd have to find a whole new location to build it in. I mean, I could make my own walls to go around the whole thing. That's not really a problem. I could really make it anywhere, but although I'm not sure how I would make the invisible wall, the one that has the word freedom pointing to it. So I'd have to see about that one. But anyway, either way, you can see here, as soon as this loads up, I have 138 Forge Island maps, 140 on Impact, 37 on Erosion, And 43 on Ravine. I mean, obviously, that's give or take anywhere between 1 and 3 because of the maps that, the default maps. But that still is a lot of maps. Now, when the Forge takes place, when I'm streaming it, I will have my 360 set up on a separate device, so I can pretty much bring over the coordinates for a lot of the materials. I'm going to want to make them as precise as possible. I am very nitpicky like that. I got to make sure it's all just right. So, we will see how things go. But you will not be able to see the Xbox 360 because I don't think there's any way for me to set that up without getting a second capture card. And I really don't plan on doing that. I don't think you need to see both sides. You'll get to see me on Halo Infinite making the map. And when I decide, I don't know if I'll pull the files from the Xbox One and put them on my computer, upload them to my media upload or one of those websites, whatever. But one way or another, I plan to find a way to give some way of letting people download the maps. And if worse comes to worse, people can friend me on Xbox. We can play the game, and then if it's anything like Halo 4, you can just download the map yourself from your map history. So, that's how I got them all.